Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. What the hell is going on in television? A history of failure in programming, a history of failure with hardware. Who's running that clown show over there? Right? After all this time, the Amico Club, yada, 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 and it doesn't work. It got Cornholed. Another mediocre, miserable job by one John Alvarado. Guys, it's this guy. This guy's the problem. The Amico didn't work. Cornhole doesn't work. This doesn't work. John, this is on you. This is on you, man. If you talk about one guy just destroying a company by his inability to do his job properly, right here. Now, I know you're going to say, well, no, maybe he's not the one that's programming it yet. No, he's the head. He's getting the big bucks. He got over $500,000, according to the tax returns. Right? So I don't want to hear shit. If you take that kind of money, right, you got to take the blows. This doesn't work. Guys, it was more than 3 years ago where that console was sent out. And I said, why wasn't that thing double checked? This is the legacy of this man's leadership in that role. Is just putting shit out without double checking it. Incomplete things. Things that don't work. Jesus Christ. And what's being tested? I heard that this was being tested. Who the hell tested this? Right? Oh, man. You know what? Just when you're mediocre, right? When that is your mode, when that is your essence, you're never going to advance. Poor Tommy, right? Poor Tommy. Look what he's working with. Now you feel sorry for the guy, right? Because there's no Tommy now. What are you guys going to blame Tommy now? This is on them. This is all on them. This is all on Phil and whoever's running the show now. Tommy's not even around. He stepped back. I think he figured out, you know what? These guys don't know what the hell they're doing. So I'm not even going to show up anymore. I don't want to be involved with these guys. And there's a lot of people out there want to be testers. You want to be involved with this? Right? You want to put your signature to this, to incomplete work? If it's not ready, right? Why are you putting it out there? It doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm not going to get an Android phone just to play this thing. But no wonder it's not an Apple. They wouldn't pass the scrutiny. They wouldn't pass QC. You don't have to worry that at Google. But man, holy crap, can you imagine being an investor and looking at this and you're saying, okay, well, the hardware didn't work because of COVID. This has nothing to do with hardware. Zero. This is all poor planning. This is all programming. And this sits right on the shoulders of Phil and John Alvarado. Why was it released incomplete? Why? You can't... No controller? You can say, well, it's coming in a week. It's coming in 2 weeks. With the kind of press that you guys have, why would you even do it? It's like nobody gives a shit, right? They already have the money. They don't care, right? They're just going through the motions. Again, why is this run like a badly run college program? I mean, kids in college wanting to get a good grade would not put this shit out. Your professor would be like, no, this is incomplete. Where's the controller at? F, you failed. This is your final, you screwed. This is the legacy of the software of the Amico, right? Things that were never made. I mean, look, Tommy's got plenty of faults, right? He's got plenty to be criticized for. But there is no reason to mention Tommy in any of this. Absolutely not. How long have we been hearing about this? What did we hear, right, from John Alvarado himself? I mean, does this look like what he was talking about? Does this look like what the testers were talking about? Does this perform in any way close to what has been said? No. This is absolute trash. Right? You wouldn't do this at your job. This is an incomplete product. Can you imagine showing up to work and going, well, here it is. Let me release it. It's the best I could do. There's like that one guy at work, he's just going through the motions. He doesn't really give a shit. He might get fired. He's okay with being in unemployment, right? He's okay with public benefits. He's just going to do whatever he can do, and whatever he can't do, it is what it is. It looks like there's a whole crew of people like that in television. They already got the money. I'm tired of making money. I'm tired of making money for no reason. Whose salary can be justified with this app, right? Somebody out there, right? Somebody out there, comment to me. Tell me, who should get paid for putting this out there like this, right? They're never going to fire anybody, right? Once, Cornholed came out the way it came out, that's when the firing should have occurred. I made that video years ago now. And we're still in the same boat. Everything that this company puts out as far as software is half-ass, right? That's where, if I was doing a performance report, I wouldn't even go through checking off the boxes. Did he show up in time? How many times you've been late? No. All your work is half-ass, completely half-ass. Why even here? It would be better if they didn't announce anything and just put it out when it was complete. But this is just Intellivision, right? This is just Intellivision. And I told you this was a homunculoid. I told you that this was an abomination against the beloved leader. This is a crime against wood grain. Oh, man. These people never seem to disappoint, right? All that talk, and it's all Intellivision has ever been. It's been always talk. And you know why? Because you can talk a good game, but if you don't have the soldiers out there that can do the hard work, if you don't have people that know what they're doing, if you don't have people that actually care about their craft, right? If you don't have people that don't want to be associated with half-ass work, this is exactly what you get. Exactly what you get. And the people working at Intellivision, working on the software, have always been subpar. Always. Are you surprised by this? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. It's always been mediocre. Anytime that John Alvarado has been the head of any project in there, it's always been mediocre or non-existent. Those are the two results. I'm judging his work, right? I'm judging his results. He might be the nicest person on earth, but as far as his work, this is probably the shittiest thing that I have ever seen done with $17 million. The beloved leader must be crying right now. All his way to the bank. I was going to make that episode today, but I'll leave it for tomorrow just because this homunculoid came out, this abomination. And tomorrow we'll talk about, I already made the video, guys. I'm just going to publish it tomorrow. We'll talk about the effect that OOF video, now that it's at 8.6 million, has had on the Tallarico name and the Tallarico fortune. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.